Hey guys, Barcarola kit has just been announced. So her kit is a bit confusing, but rather interesting. So I want to go through her kit with you in this video. So to understand her kit, we need to understand there's two buffs that we need to comprehend, which is inspiration buff as well as quartet buff. For inspiration buff, when an Eureka is consumed, Barcarola will get inspiration. And at the start of a round, the game will check the list of incantation that we have that is lined up at the bottom right of the interface. So it can have that attack incantation, heal incantation, buff incantation. They will transfer, the game will transfer by random this inspiration buff that is on Barcarola to the incantation. But they will prioritize attack incantation. And when we click on this attack incantation that has inspiration, then at the end, another incantation will be generated, and that is Improvise Incantation. So you can imagine this is something like Argus. After you use a certain number of rank of incantations, then she will do a follow-up attack, which is an incantation as well. So Barcarola has something like that. And how does she get Eureka? So when allies actively uses an attack incantation, Barcarola gains additional Eureka. Okay? So which means you need to take action, you get Eureka. Eureka is being consumed, then it turns to inspiration. Inspiration is then transferred to your incantation. And when you use that incantation, you have another incantation being created, and that is Improvise Incantation. Now, when you have Improvise Incantation, all the inspiration that is in the incantation, the original one, will be transferred to the Improvise Incantation. And Improvise Incantation is a one-target attack, and it deals mental damage to a random enemy. So this attack deals extra mental damage based on the amount of inspiration carried. So now let's say you have like 4 incantations on the incantation list that all 4 have inspiration. And now you click on all 4 of it, the incantation will be transferred to Improvise Incantation, and now the Improvise Incantation will hit even harder, right? Because the attack gain additional mental damage. So this is our insight. Now, how about Quartet? Okay, Ultimate is called Symphony of the Sea Breeze. It is a one-target buff, and it provides Quartet to the party. Don't read this part first. Don't read that. Extend the Quartet status for all allies. Go straight to the next sentence. It's a one-target buff, causes the target ally and the user to enter Quartet. So for example, you have this character, Barcarola, and then you have, let's say, Lopera or another unit, right? Any other unit. So now you click on your ultimate, then you give it to that unit. You click on that unit, and now both of you have Quartet. Okay, both of you have Quartet. And now you play usually, and then you get her ultimate up again. You do not want to click on the same unit. So now you click on the different unit, the third unit, and now she or he will get Quartet. Okay? So the original Quartet that's on the first character that you have given, it will be extended, which means now instead of 2 characters, which is initially one of the unit and yourself. Yourself here means Barcarola. So Barcarola and that unit both will have Quartet. Now you click on the third unit, and now 3 units will have Quartets. So the third time you get her ultimate, you can give Quartet to the 4th unit. So after 3 cycles, this is when she is performing at her best. Okay? So what Quartet does? Well, over here it is written Quartet increase attack. With additional attack boost based on the accumulated inspiration, more attack granted by Quartet. Each player in Quartet status further increases Barcarola's attack increase. When using attack incantation, consume all Eureka of all allies that has Quartet status, and additionally apply inspiration to Improvise Incantation. But this is not the thing that we are actually interested in. I mean, it will be good, but not the main thing that I'm trying to highlight here. The main thing here is actually her S1 and her S2. So her S1 is as one target, deal mental damage after the attack, consumes Eureka. So which means Barcarola will have Eureka, and her Eureka will be consumed, right, in order to increase the number of Improvised Incantation attack this round. What does that mean? Improvised Incantation is the incantation at the end. I believe it can hit more than once, right? So I'm not sure if this video refers to it, but it's something like she start attacking, she hit one time, and then you have another music note coming up and hit another time. So I believe if you are able to provide the information about how many attack after the attack consumes Eureka to increase the number of improvised incantation. So basically how many Eureka, then you will get even more attack. Maybe not once, maybe not twice, but can be 3 to 4 times. So this does shows that she should have very good synergy with Flutter Cage. Alright, and for S2, one target attack deal mental damage after the attack, consume the Eureka to increase damage dealt by Improvised Incantation. So if you do it right in the same round after you use the ultimate, use S1 and S2 together. Then she will do a lot of follow-up, and each follow-up will attack quite hard. So her rotation is kind of like ultimate, S1, S2, S1, S2, ultimate, S1, S2, S1, S2. So she is a very AP hungry unit, which is why I think she's a DPS. And I believe if you can optimize the Improvised Incantation, Quartet, as well as Inspiration, she will be hitting very hard, right? Because this will be another single target mental star unit that we have gotten. Okay, so now we understand Quartet. Apart from that, when Quartet is on your party member, they get increased attack with additional attack boost based on accumulated inspiration. Each character in Quartet status further increases Barcarola's attack increase, and when using attack incantation, consume the Eureka of allies with Quartet status, and additionally apply inspiration to improvise incantation. And most importantly, both S1 and S2, if you have a lot of Quartet. When the number of allies in Quartet status reaches a certain amount, the damage of improvised incantation is further increased. And S1 is read as when the number of allies in Quartet status reaches a certain amount, the number of improvised incantation attack further increase. So increase damage, increase number of attack. Hopefully every number of this attack will contribute into Flutter Page force field, as well as 37s, right? More follow-up attack means more Eureka for 37. But at the same time, do be careful because he does consume part of your where is it? Let me find it. Okay, I can't find it, but basically she consume the Eureka from other units. So if you are trying to stack up Eureka to a high number to do something, then suddenly you have this character there and it start taking in all the Eureka and you have none left for you. So I guess that is something that we need to consider. But coming back to this, so what we want, Quartet, as many players as many units as possible has quartet, then we want to have a lot of inspiration, a lot of Eureka that will give us a lot of inspiration. We transfer it into the incantation, and now we do more attack, we do more damage. And yes, so basically, I believe that is what Barcarola's kit is all about. A DPS, and we'll do multiple follow attack. Okay, and a mental damage. So there is kind of like a compete between Windsong or Barcarola as your main mental DPS. Alright, so that's all I have for this video. Interesting. I do like to see the actual numbers, but definitely I don't think this setup will feel, or it should be able to meet my expectation. Okay, so thank you for watching this video and have a good day.